G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome back of course to the Time Bomb channel, and I hope all is good in your part of the world. Watch review of the Touraine Heritage Racer. Interesting take on the standard chrono design. There's some interesting and unique touches to this one. It's not always perhaps easy to add variety and spice to the standard quintessential chrono design, but I think La Touraine have added a couple of touches here which you will like. I reviewed, so I'm going to give you a bit more of a close-up of the watch there so you can see. I reviewed one of their Subnauticas a while back. I'll pop a link just up here. And whilst impressed, I felt the brand had some way to go, I think, to getting things in balance. I was also a tad worried before having this one sent to me because I wasn't quite sure about the color combination, about whether the the DLC and the yellowish on the bezel and the subdials, etc. I didn't know how they would sit alongside each other, but you don't need me to tell you that, as you can see in person, they work really very well together. It's sort of a smoky manila, if that's the best way to describe it. Sort of a pale yellow, certainly not sort of like a strong sunflower yellow that you would see typically on dive watches, etc. Ed over at Mr. E's watch reviews sent me this one all the way from the good old US of A, and I'm thankful, as I think it's a big step up from the Nautica. I'll pop up a photo just here on the side so you can see the Nautica. Actually, I'm just going to clean the dial on this one. As you can see, I've got fingerprints on it. Where's the cloth? Yeah, sorry, my OCD there just getting the better of me. So here's a picture of the Nautica on the right, and as you can see, I think the Nautica is kind of like the Seiko SKX Modder's first project. It's a little bit basic, but you can see where the design ideas are coming from. And then the Heritage Racer, I think, is a little bit more like your bespoke suit. Now, Mr. E was testing the quality of the DLC coating, how it would hold up. He was wearing it on a daily basis in his auto workshop. So this watch has been on the inside of a couple of car engines. So he's giving it some hard love. And as you can see, the watch, it's got some tiny marks on it, but not bad for the treatment that it's been given. So key speckage then, let's just get that box out of the way. Key speckage is 43 mils across. So again, it's quite standard size for this chrono design. And then 50 mils north to south, 13 mils deep, and it sits then on 22 mil lugs. You get sapphire up top, and of course 100 meters worth of watery goodness. And let me just show you what that looks like on my 7¼ inch wrist. Zoom back out again. As I say, the watch size to me is brilliant. I do like it in that shiny black. As I say, just that little bit different on the color mix there, which I think, a little bit challenging initially, but it really does work when you've got it in person. I'm not a huge fan of see-through case backs because I think they typically add the millimeterage there, that sort of creates that little bit of a pop belly on the back of the watch, which can add, can make the fit on wrist a little bit awkward. But when you have a look around the back here, you can see why they've chosen to pop that see-through porthole there. And there is our movement buzzing away inside. Totally justified, I think, when you get, just to see that. It's the Seagull, sorry, I'm busy rambling. It's the Seagull ST 1902 movement. And I think it is a really very good looking movement that totally justifies, that crystal in the back. It's a curious choice of movement as well because it is winding only. That's forcing you to interact with your watch on a daily basis. So it's not that grab and go typically that you find on these types of chronos. The action there, nice crisp push off. Again, through, this is no connection to La Touraine. This is all about Seagull. So you've got your running seconds there over at the 9, but down at the 6 there, essentially this dial just mimics the overall time, the hour hand, etc., which is a bit of an odd one. because then I'm not really quite sure of the relevance. And again, so there your 3 o'clock also then mimics your minute hand. So again, not the traditional chrono concept at all on this one, but again, adding a little bit of variety, and it snaps back up pretty much to exact. So again, different and something slightly different for you on the standard chronos. The loom is then C3, and as you can see, it's clear and it's crisp and it pops quite well in the dark. I don't think loom junkies are going to have any issues with that at all. Obviously, the hour markers in the hour hands are quite fine, so the loom is a little bit fine as well. But again, it's not a heavy duty dive watch. So again, the bracelet I do like as well because it's nice, thick, heavy steel, and the watch head has quite some weight into it. So again, you need something solid here to hold it on wrist, and that works very well indeed. Decent clasp as well, pushers on the side, which I like more. Then it has a tiny little party piece on the back here as well. It comes with a micro adjust feature. Pop that in there. It probably needs a little bit more oil, but as I say, Ed's been giving it some hard love. But that, you know, on a hot summer's day is a great is a necessity. It's an absolute strap monster, and the brand giving you a huge variety of strap alternatives. So we've got 1, 2, 3 here. The standard NATO, which is then sort of, you know, color match with the dial. I'm not a huge fan of NATO's, you know, just to upset everybody. I don't think it's got enough thickness on it to hold that watch head, but again, that's entirely personal choice. Lovely rally leather here, lots of venting on that one then, and as well then our shark mesh also. I'm going to pop up some stills of what the watch looks like on all of these 3 straps. As I say, the fact that you get so much variety on this one I think is absolutely brilliant. Just allows you then that flexibility, you know, to match it to the clothes that you're wearing of the day. The watch itself then retails for £451 if you plump for it on the steel, which I think is easily justified because the £41 price difference between that with that micro adjust over anything else I think really makes it sense. I think the overall watch price is a little bit high for some people, but again, if you look at the feedback on the website from La Touraine, people are super happy with their purchases. So again, perhaps testament to the brand. I keep banging on about the fact that how difficult it is to add variation to such a quintessential watch design of the standard chrono. But I think La Touraine have made some real fun changes here, which make it a very interesting watch indeed. But as always, those are just my thoughts. Over to you guys. What do you reckon? What's your take on this Heritage Racer? Really looking forward to hearing your thoughts as always. Thanks for your time, and we'll catch you all in the next vid. Cheers, guys.